Hey everyone, this is Forrest for Faulty Lid, and today we're going to go over another Tracer flank route video, this time on Numbani. And I think this is actually a great map for Tracer, and there's a lot of flank routes for it, and it's especially good to use her on this first point here. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to go the way I'm going right now, but I just want to show you what the goal is. And now whenever I flank this first point, what I want to get to is this Atria building right here. I want to get inside it and use it as my hub to attack the area. Now there's a few ways we can go about doing that. The first way I'm going to use at the start of just about every match, I'm going to come around this left side here and get to this staircase area here. And kind of depending on what obstacles are in my way, I'm going to either blink to this hallway here, or I'm going to blink up this staircase and get to this point here. Now, again, it depends on how many people are chasing me or not. If no one's chasing me, I'll just come up to this hallway here and wait for my team to get inside. Or I will go down this staircase here and just kind of hang out for a little bit and wait for their team to lose interest in chasing me. My second flank option, if the left side is not available or they already expect me to come from that way, because I've done it the fight before, I can go through this bottom area, and again, I can choose between the staircase to get into that room, or I can go straight through here into this bottom area, and then, just go up the staircase from there and go from that point. My last flank route is actually just to go straight up main, and it usually works because defenders will be on this left ledge here and on this right ledge here, so there's really no one on the point area. So what we do is we just triple blink right through into this blue hallway and proceed from there. Now once we're in this building, we have two options, and it really depends on how the defense is set up and where our team is coming from as to how we're going to play it. If we have a Winston, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this part of this hallway, and then I'm going to wait around this corner. And when the Winston dives onto this platform here, usually there's an Ana or soldier setup, or both, I will come around the back side of those and just shoot them down, mow them down through their back as Winston dives and pushes them into this hallway. So they're usually backing up right into my pistols, and that should just obliterate anyone who's squishy and on this platform. If we don't have a dive comp and say my team's pushing through with a Reinhardt, I'm going to come through to this right side here, and say they're trying to come through this hallway, I'm just going to put pressure onto the back side of this team, create a distraction for my team to get in, and hopefully be able to assassinate a target here and get a pick to make it even easier for my team to come through. Now typically on first point captures for both hybrid and capture point maps, you can just come down to this point and get on it and contest it, and that's going to make defenders peel off their positions and go contest the point. Now I really would not recommend doing that on Numbani because their defensive positions are going to be on this ledge and on this ledge, so they're probably just going to be able to fire down at you and just kill you while you stand on this point. Now you can try it, maybe you get one or two to jump down off their high ground and then you could just run away, but it's not a surefire option like it is on other maps. For this next checkpoint, what I want to do is flank either around the Sigma building or the Axiom building, and a lot of that's going to depend on where the payload is. So say the payload's up around this bus area, maybe it's right here, or even around this area where I'm standing right here. In those cases, I'm going to flank around the right side of the Sigma building, get around, and then I'm going to end up right here, where their supports will usually just be hanging around right in the back of this area, or maybe even a little bit further back to the right, and we just go to town, attacking them. As our team walks through, as their team walks around this corner, we attack their supports, and we can hopefully assassinate them while the rest of their team is distracted. Alternatively, we can come up the staircase of the Sigma building, and then we have access to the high ground above it, we can clear that out, and then kind of have our choice of dropping down when we see an opportune moment. If the payload's backed up more, it's around this checkpoint area, using this side flank's not going to work anymore because you're basically attacking them head on. So what you're going to want to do is either use the Sigma high ground flank, or you're going to want to flank around this Axiom building here. Now there's two ways of doing that. We can just walk right through the building and go around this way, Or maybe there's someone inside the building, maybe there's Symmetra turrets, maybe we just don't want to deal with going inside that building. We can come around to this rhino here and jump onto this platform, jump onto the rocks, and just keep jumping, and we get across to here, come around the backside, and we have full access to the back of their team. This last area here is very straightforward. It's just one giant circle, so our best move is usually just going to be to flank around to the left side here, and we can do that either by going up the staircase here, on this, get onto this platform, kind of blink to wherever we want, get to anywhere in the back of their team we want, or we could just walk around the bottom part of this, grab the medkit if we need, and then we come up this way and attack from there. Now that left flank is going to give us good access most of the time, but in the event we need to mix it up, we can come up to this high ground here, and we come out this door, and once we're here, we can, double blink over to this right door, come up this staircase, there's a medkit right below us if we need it, and come around this way, and now we have access to this side of their team. We can get around the back side of them again, and just pick our targets, go to work, harass them, whatever we need to do. I also really like playing Tracer on defense for this checkpoint, and how I do that is I'll typically go around to this right flank here, and just kind of hold the angle, see if anyone's going to come flank around this way, and just defend this spot. And when I've determined that their team's pushing in and no one's coming around this way, I will creep up the backside of them and then attack their supports and just try to get as many support kills as I can. The nice thing about playing Tracer defense here is your spawn's right here, so we just need to get a couple kills onto the enemy defense, and that will usually stop them from being able to cap it as long as our team doesn't get wiped all at once. So that's going to do it for Numbani. I think it's a great map for Tracer. It's got some great open spaces for her to blink around through and navigate, and easy access to a bunch of different flank routes. I highly recommend playing Tracer, especially on the first point where it can be very difficult to take if you don't have a flanker on your team. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. More Tracer flank route videos are on the way, and we're actually over halfway through with them. Thanks for watching. This has been Forest for Faulty Lid, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.